Here we have an antique newspaper from the United States, dated June 20th, 1820. This is the Union, true American for the country. Philadelphia, W. Lee. I just acquired this. This is remarkably old. America was roughly, 44 years old at this point. This paper is extremely delicate, so I'm probably just going to take photos with my phone for archival purposes so I can read this thing, and then just leave this as is because I'm scared it's just going to fall apart. Excuse me. This is my earliest newspaper for the United States, for sure. I might have a British newspaper that's older, but maybe not. This could be my oldest newspaper altogether. It just looks beautiful. Look at that. Oh my God, I love this thing. So this paper is delicate. America was 44 years old. Now there's articles about piracy in here. There's ads for a hatter, which is awesome. I want to try to show a little bit of this off. Look at that. How cool is that? Franklin Hat Manufacturer. That is so cool. Prices of commodities. There's articles about piracy. A few individuals were tried for piracy. A few were shown clemency. So what's going on in the year 1820? Let's take a look at this little article about pedestrianism. Pedestrianism was a sport about walking quickly in the 19th century. Started in London and Ireland, and it came over to the United States. People would gamble. It was a huge spectator sport just about watching people walk quickly. That's seriously all it was. Gambling became popular within the sport. It was huge before baseball. This is the time before baseball. So here's an article about pedestrianism from Salem Register, June 4th, 1820. Okay. A young gentleman of this town on Monday last started from Salem on foot at 8 o'clock a.m. Reached Newport in 5 hours, remained there 1 hour when he started for Salem, and arrived here at 8 p.m., performing the whole journey, 48 miles, in 12 hours, including the stoppage of 1 hour at Newport. There was no wager to stimulate him, and his only object was amusement. That is amazing. So that's a little look at life in pre-baseball in the United States. Imagine that. So before baseball, you just sit around and watch people walking quickly. Again, June 20th, 1820. This paper feels porous. It doesn't feel like newspaper of the early 21st century. This feels a bit different. I'm worried about damaging it, but it's a gorgeous piece. The Union of Philadelphia. The piracy articles are a bit long-winded, but it's just fun to look at the prints and how they write certain things like Morrow and Morrow. Some old-timiness. Woodchuck hunting. There's an article about woodchuck hunting. It talks about exterminating various amounts of woodchucks, and they're also good to eat when they're young and plump. So there you have that. But I read 2 or 3 articles about piracy. That was quite interesting. It talks in detail about what happened on these ships. It's quite violent and quite graphic. Just a look at life in a newspaper entitled The Union from Philadelphia in the year 1820.